From the last chapter, we recall that all the living organisms are made up of cells. In unicellular organism, a single cell performs all the basic functions. For example, in case of amoeba, a single cell carried out movement. It helps in the intake of food, gaseous exchange, and excretion. But in case of multicellular organism, there are millions of cells which carry specialized organ to perform a specific function. Like in case of human beings, muscle cell contract and relax to cause the movement. Nerve cell carry messages, blood flow to the transport oxygen, food, hormones and the waste material and so on. This means that a particular function is carried out by a cluster of cells at a definite place in our body, and that cluster of cells is known as your tissue. So what do you mean by tissue? A group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to achieve a particular function form a tissue. Here the question arises, are plant and animals made up of same type of tissue? No, there are a noticeable difference between the two. Like the plant cannot move, as well as the growth in the plant is limited to a certain region. But in case of animal, they move around in search of food, mate and shelter, and the cell growth in animal is more a uniform. Now we will discuss about the plant tissue. Plant tissue is divided into two types, that is meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. At first we will discuss about the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue contains the dividing cell, which means they have the ability to divide and grow. Meristematic tissue has actively dividing cells that give rise to the new cell and help in the growth. Depending on the region where they are present, meristematic tissue are classified as apical, lateral and intercalary. This is the location of meristematic tissue in a plant body. First one is your apical meristem. It is present at the tip of the root, stem, leaves, etc. and its function is to increase the height of the plant. Second is your intercalary meristem. It is located at the base of the leaves or internodes and its function is to increase the length of the internodes. The third one is your lateral meristem. It is located below the bark or cambium. So what do you mean by cambium? Cambium is a cellular plant tissue from which phloem, xylem or cork grow by division. So the meristematic tissue is divided into three parts, that is apical, lateral and intercalary meristem. Our next topic is permanent tissue. What do you mean by permanent tissue? They are the plant tissue where the cell have lost the ability to divide and have a permanent shape, size and function. It is further divided into two types, that is simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissue is further divided into three types, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So first we will discuss about the parenchyma. Parenchyma are the soft part of the plant such as the cortex and the pith. This is the structure of a parenchyma, whose cells are thin-walled living cell, oval or a round in shape and contain a dense amount of cytoplasm, and they have a large amount of intercellular space, which means they possess a large central vacuole. So what are the function of parenchyma? Note it down that it acts as a packaging tissue, help in the storage of food and provide a mechanical support to the plant. The second simple permanent tissue is your collenchyma. It is located in the leaf stalk and below the epidermis. Collenchyma have thickening at the corner of the cell wall and a very little intercellular space present, and its function is to provide the mechanical support and flexibility to the plant. Collenchyma allow the bending of various parts of the plant like the tendril and stem of the climber without breaking. The parenchyma is further divided into two types, that is chlorenchyma and arenchyma. The parenchyma cell of the leaves containing chlorophyll form the chlorenchyma. They carried out photosynthesis. And the parenchyma cell of the aquatic plant containing large air cavities form the arenchyma. It helps the plant to float in the water easily. The third simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. It is located in the leaf veins, hard covering of the seeds surrounding vascular bundle in the stem, etc. It is the tissue which makes the plant hard and stiff. These are the dead cell without the protoplasm and very thick wall due to the deposition of lignin. Its function is to protect the layer of the plant, make the plant hard and stiff, and provide a mechanical strength. This tissue is present in the stem around the vascular bundle, in the leaf, and in the hard covering of the seed and nut. It is also seen in case of the coconut. Next we will read about the epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost layer of all soft part of the plant like young stem, root, leaves, etc. These are the single layer of the cell. In desert plant, it covered with a waxy coating of cutin and have a minute opening called as a stomata. Stomata are enclosed by two kidney-shaped cells called as a guard cell. Its function is to allow the gaseous exchange and the site of transpiration. So here we have completed up to the simple permanent tissue. Now we will discuss about the complex permanent tissue. The complex permanent tissue are made up of more than one type of simple permanent cell that coordinate to perform a common function. They are further divided into two types, that is xylem and a phloem. At first, we will discuss about the xylem. The xylem consists of tracheids, vessel, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fiber as shown in the figure. This is the diagram of a trachid. It is elongated cell with a tapering end. Tapering means the pointed end. The trachid and vessel have a thick wall and many are the dead cell when mature. Vessel are the long tube-like structure with a thick lignified cell wall. And the function of both trachid and vessel is to provide the mechanical support and conduct the water and mineral salt. The third one is your xylem parenchyma. It is a living parenchyma cell and its function is to store food and help in the lateral conduction of water. And the fourth one is your xylem fiber. These are the thick-walled sclerenchyma cell and its function is to provide a mechanical strength to the plant. So the xylem is divided into four parts, that is trachid, vessel, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. Now we will learn about the phloem part. Phloem is also divided into four types, that is sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and the phloem fiber. First, we will discuss about the sieve tube. Sieve tube are the elongated tube-like cell placed at the end to end, and it helps in the translocation of food. Next is your companion cell. These are the thin-walled cell with active cytoplasm, and it helps the sieve tube in the translocation of food. Third is your phloem parenchyma. It is a thin-walled parenchyma cell and help in the storage of food. The fourth one is a phloem fiber. It is a thick-walled sclerenchyma cell and help in the mechanical support. So here we have completed the portion up to the plant tissue. Now let's quickly revise the topic. The plant tissue is further divided into two types, that is meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. The meristematic tissue is divided into three types, that is apical meristem, lateral meristem and the intercalary meristem. Second is the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is divided into two types, that is simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is divided into three parts, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and the sclerenchyma. The parenchyma is divided into two types, that is the chlorenchyma and the arenchyma. The complex permanent tissue is divided into two parts, that is the xylem and the phloem. Both the xylem and phloem divided into four different parts. That is xylem consists of trachea, basal, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber, and the phloem is consist of seed tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. So that's all for today's video. Thank you.